So this comes with Windows 10 Home. What the? Come on, let's get rid of that Windows Home. Let's get some Windows Pro. Copy and paste my code from the description. You can also get Office 2019. Just paste my code. Woof, it's Windows Pro time. Righto, tally-o there, champs. The Razer Blade is a 15-inch powerhouse thin and light premium gaming laptop. And when I say premium, I mean premium. Because out of all the thin and light premium sort of gaming laptops, I haven't seen the new Alienware M15, which is on the way, by the way, so stay tuned for that. But this has to be, especially in that mercury colour, in my opinion, the best looking thin and light premium gaming laptop. Now, if you guys are new around here, come on, sub up, join the word train, hit that bell, ding-a-ling-a-dong, and give me a like or dislike, whatever you want to do. Now, this thing here is an absolute monster, the model I have, because I have the 6-core i7-9750H, 16 gigs of RAM, which you can upgrade. And this one here has the RTX 2080 Max-Q. Yes. It doesn't get much better than that in the gaming laptop. The only thing missing in terms of ports is probably Ethernet. That's about it. You have everything else. USB Type-A, DisplayPort out, HDMI, and Thunderbolt 3, thankfully. As I said, a lot of the gaming laptops I've seen lately, they've been dropping that off. You need Thunderbolt 3 for not only eGPUs in the future, but also for Thunderbolt 3 hubs. So inside there's one M.2 drive and that's it. So you don't have a 2.5-inch drive bay for a normal hard drive or 2.5-inch SSD. You're just going to have to get a nice big fat M.2 drive or have your games externally if your internal drive's too small or you don't want to get a big internal drive. So one thing I do like about this, external heat's not that bad. Yeah, it gets warm here and there, but it's pretty good. But what I like about this is even under full load in Battlefield, it wasn't that loud compared to other gaming laptops. Now, all gaming laptops are loud, but this one was one of the better ones for sure. Like, I didn't want to kill myself when I was gaming with this. So I'm very happy that it's not that loud. I would actually prefer to game on this than some other laptops that are a lot louder, even though, maybe this might not perform as good as those. We're talking, you'll only be able to tell in the benchmark. So let's get on to the performance of gaming. Here's the benchmark. All 1080p high settings, and this does have a 240Hz monitor. Now the thing with that is, if you want to get the most out of 240Hz monitor, you're going to have to go to medium. I don't think you're going to go below medium. I don't think you want to do that, but medium settings to get those frames up as high as you can. Pretty much plays any game over 100 frames per second. No problems there, even at high. But really to get those 240 frames per second to match the glorious connected feeling you're going to get with this 240Hz display, and it is a really nice display, you're going to be wanting to play, Fortnite or Overwatch and stuff like that, even CSGO, where you can really get those frames up there to take advantage of it. Otherwise, with most other AAA titles, you're probably, even with an RTX 2080 Max-Q, you're probably, going to get up around the mid-hundreds. And of course, being an RTX 2080 Max-Q, you will be able to play 4K games because you do have the option of the OLED with this as well. And the OLED looks amazing. So, if you're not into competitive shooters and you don't care about the refresh rate so much, more into adventure games or whatever, the OLED would be friggin' amazing because the games don't look better than they do on OLED. Pretty much they're all using the same OLED panel and the games look amazing on it. But if you're playing FPS and that, of course, you want the high refresh rate. But just know, around medium settings, you'll be able to 60 FPS sort of 4K on the OLED. That's around sort of medium settings there. So anyway, I'm going to get into live gameplay now. Suggest you watch it. You'll really see what it does. This has a minus 100 millivolt undervolt out of the box on the CPU. So there's no point me testing undervolting. That's how it comes, straight out of the box, undervolted. It is locked to around 45 watts, that CPU. So even if you unlock it or undervolt it more, it's going to hit 45 watts eventually. It's sort of baked into the system there. The CPU clock when you game, because it does have that undervolt, pretty much maintains that 4 gigahertz of the i7-9750H. Pretty much only Battlefield would it reduce the clock, and the lowest clock I seen was around the mid 3s, so 3.5 or 3500 megahertz on the CPU. So considering the thin and light package it is, you're getting good performance out of these parts. And especially considering that it's not that loud compared to some of the other gaming laptops, I really do enjoy playing on this. Even if there are some that would get, slightly more FPS than this, I'd rather game on this just because it's not that noisy compared to the others. And it's sexy. Yeah, it's a nice package. Great for gaming. Check out my live gameplay now. Catch you in the next one. Tally ho. Righto, tell you there, champs. Now we're playing Battlefield 5. Yes, we're playing at high settings, 1080p. And this is an RTX 2080 Max Q, of course. And it's capable of 4 gigahertz all cores. This is an i7 879 758. So nearly stuffed up there. But it's not that loud. Listen. Now when I say it's not that loud, it is still loud. But for a gaming laptop, can you hear that? No, I'd say it's pretty good. Yeah, alright, so the lowest I've seen is 3.6 in Battlefield. So pretty much you get the most out of it. Alright, the clocks aren't up at 1800 or whatever, but I'm talking about GPU now. They're not up there, but they're still maintaining what, 1500 on the GPU, and you're maintaining 3.7 on the CPU. It does have a minus 100 millivolt undervolt out of the box, out of the factory. So, you know, that is what it is, I guess. You know, that they're undervolting it out of the factory tells you everything you need to know. It's hard to get the thermals right on a package this thin and light. You know, with these, you know, mega performance parts, 230 watt power supply, you know, RTX 2080 and, you know, going at 4 gigahertz, yeah, in a small thin package, it's really hard to do that. But this does a good job. You know, I've seen many laptops, gaming laptops, where, you know, this is maintaining 3.5 on the CPU. That's the lowest I've seen, 3.5. There are many gaming laptops I've reviewed where they go under 3 gigahertz or they're low threes. So I know it does have a minus 100 millivolts. So if it didn't have that, you know, that undervolt, it would probably be, you know, that 3.3, 3 gigahertz, or maybe it might even dip under. But with the undervolt, which is stock out of the factory, so you don't have to do anything, yes, it's still maintaining 3.7, lowest I've seen is 3.5. That's the CPU. That's when the GPU's lit up, of course, and look at the GPU, we're still getting 1500, over 1500. So excellent performance, 1080p, high settings here, with the max fidelity. Yeah, I'll leave it there. Good gaming performance. You can't complain in a thin light package. You know, it would be nice if it could maintain that 4 gigahertz, but you know, that's what it is in these small thin packages. And considering it's not that loud, I'll take that little tiny bit of a reduction in the CPU frequency, even though it is undervolted, as I said, but I'll take that little bit of a reduction, because really you're not going to notice. The only time you're going to notice is in the benchmark. I'll take that little bit of reduction for a laptop that is, you know, not loud, not deafening me. And I really like that this laptop doesn't deafen me. So I would actually prefer to game on this than some other laptops that deafen me. I don't care if they got a few frames per second faster. That doesn't matter to me. This is much more enjoyable gaming with this. So yeah, catch you in the next one, guys. Tally ho.